Welcome to the tutorial video about Astra DAO's governance proposals. In this video, we're going to guide you through on how to create proposals and take part in deciding on the outcome of one via voting for or against a proposed governance vote. There are many reasons why you should always take part in proposals, because your vote always matters. These proposals can affect key parts of the entire ecosystem of Astra DAO, so being an active voter will make sure that the right proposals get passed. So let's begin by creating a proposal. First, we need to connect our wallet to the Astra DAO website via MetaMask, and then move our mouse over to the Governance tab on the top of the screen and select Create Proposals. On this page, we can start to configure our proposal. The main takeaway is that you can create up to 3 different actions in one proposal, and that you need to have 50 million Astra tokens ready in your wallet to be staked into the 6-month lockup vault in order to create a single proposal. Keep in mind that it won't count if you've already had 50 million Astra staked. Creating proposals will ask you to stake 50 million Astra each time you wish to create a proposal, and if the amount required to create a proposal hasn't changed via another governance vote, we'll definitely cover that later on. Now that we know how the payment system works for creating proposals, let's try to create one. We can start by adding a name and a short description for our proposal, and then tie an action to it. So let's click on the Add Actions button at the bottom, and then click on a Select Contract in the following pop-up. Here, we finally see everything that can be done via all sorts of different proposals, from granting funds to a specific address to updating fees, adding or removing payment methods for investing in an index, and so on. There are also options to enable staking on a specific index, so you can earn on top of the regular index performance fees by staking the received I tokens from that index. For this demo purpose, let's go to the bottom and select Change Governance Configuration, and then select an action. Here we can go even deeper into configuring how Astra DAO works. So let's say we want to reduce the amount of Astra required to be staked per proposal. To do this, let's scroll down and select Update Amount of Astra required to create a proposal. To note, you can always see the current values separated in the brackets. So let's try and decrease the amount of Astra required from 50 million to 40 million by typing it in the field below and click on the Add Action button. Now if we want, we can go back to Add Actions to attach up to 2 more actions into one proposal to a total of 3. But for now, let's leave it as it is. And let's add a title for our proposal and a short summary on why we were trying to pass this exact proposal. Oh, and one more thing you can do is add valid links to further help it pass. Finally, it's time to finish creating our proposal by clicking on the Create Proposal button and then on the Confirm button in the following pop-up, which will open your MetaMask wallet where you need to confirm locking up your 50 million Astra into the 6-month staking vault to create this proposal. Now let's move our mouse over to the left and click on Proposals. The proposal we created should become visible here after a short while. So just wait for it to appear. No need to refresh the page. So hopefully you now understand how to create a proposal now that it's time to cover how the voting system works. When browsing through the Governance Proposals tab, we should see a green rectangle under proposals that are still waiting for votes to be cast. For today's tutorial video, let's click on the proposal we just created a short while ago and cast our vote. Here we see the full details of the proposal that is waiting for votes. The main too long didn't read should be that in order for any proposal to pass, it needs votes from at least 33 stakers out of the top 100 stakers on Astra DAO, and the number of for votes should always be 10% higher than the number of against votes for it to pass. Finally, the number of total votes should pass at least 40. A single user's vote is calculated by multiplying their staking score with their reward multiplier. You see, there is a difference between one vote and another depending on how high their reward multiplier and staking score on the staking page is. The more tokens you stake in the locker you lock them up for, the more powerful your vote will be compared to others. Overall, I think you should start to see by now that the entire Astra DAO ecosystem is very flexible in everything that it can do. Now, coming to the voting part, there are 2 ways to vote. A regular instant vote where you pay the attached gas fees and your vote passes as soon as the transaction is confirmed on the blockchain, or the other way to vote is via the gasless voting system. Gasless vote essentially means that you can give your unique for or against vote, but the vote will only pass until someone in the Astra DAO ecosystem pays for the gas fee attached to it. These gasless votes can pile up and can be paid at any time during voting. It just won't affect the results until the gas fees connected to these votes are paid for. Please do note that no matter if it's just 1, 3, or 300 gasless votes, all of these are going to be sent via one single transaction, so there's just one small gas fee attached to it. You don't have to pay for every single vote. So, for today's demo purpose, let's click on For this proposal and then Submit Vote. The pop-up that now appears will show you a quick summary that you're about to vote for this proposal to pass. So let's click on Vote and confirm to pay the gas fee associated with the vote in MetaMask. That's it. Your vote has now gone through, and when at least 33 stakers out of the top 100 vote, along with the total number of votes passing 40, and the yes votes being 10% higher than against, this governance proposal will pass. Something to add is, it can pass as a fast track proposal if these conditions are met within 24 hours from creating the proposal. which will mean that instead of waiting 7 days for votes to come in, it will wait 24 hours, after which it will be approved in another 24 hours. Please note that if 33 voters out of the top 100 stakers fail to vote, the proposal will not go through until after the end date is reached, because this is the pure minimum number of governance voters that need to vote on each proposal. So finally, let's say that at least 33 stakers out of the top 100 have all voted and the total number of votes passes 40, with the yes votes being at least 10% higher than against, then we would finally see a queue button appear. Anyone can click on queue and pay the gas fee associated with it. The queue system is there to let everyone know that this upcoming change is going to take effect very soon, and users should get ready for this change in the ecosystem. After the queue is done, the final execute button will appear in its place. Once execute is clicked and the gas fee associated with it paid, the proposal will finally be complete and take effect immediately. So hopefully, this video gave you a much better understanding of how the governance proposal system works, how to create and vote on proposals, and the pros and cons that come with it.